How is it going, people? It is Monday. It is time for the play call sheet. I know y'all expecting to see Coach, but they kept that man at work way longer than they supposed to. So he'll be joining us later if he makes it home in time. If not, we gonna tear it up anyway. We good. So I say we, because it ain't just me. Let me bring in my co-host, my brother from another, my man's from Brighton. What's good, brother? Meta, what?
Whoa, what's going on, everybody, man? Hope everybody's enjoying the Monday, beginning of the week, as well as I hope everybody enjoyed their draft weekend, especially the ones in Detroit, man, that got the hosted, man, and everybody went up there. Looked like a blast, man.
It looked like they turned up in Detroit, man. They had a good old time.
Shout out to everybody that tuned in to, our 2-day draft, man, Thursday and Friday. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Again, shout out to everybody that took part in, coming through or answering, taking their phone and just taking our phone number and just calling in, man. So definitely shout out to everybody around.
We were doing like record STWF numbers during that draft show. We had 30, 40 plus people at all times. It was we appreciate all you for joining. It was fun. We had a lot of fun during that draft party. So what's going on? But damn it, Bobby. Yeah, starting us off today, man. It's me. It's your boy. We're gonna get underway, man. Like, so I mean, the draft, man.
What's funny about this is we've been on the consistent sheet of what we're gonna speak on this week, man. But after the draft, it's kind of like
it threw everything off.
This football hit a hangover. This football goes through the hangover stage here. But we're gonna make sure throughout the rest of the offseason that we entertain you guys with lots of stuff, including news and just other randoms and stuff like that, man. So tune in. I mean, obviously it's hangover from the draft. We'll speak some drafts tonight, a couple NFL things tonight. I know it's a lot of things going on, but happy you're here with us, man. So come through.
This is the worst, close to the worst part of the offseason for football. Because now, like, rookies, the drafts happened. Everybody's going off the training camp. We got free agent signings. That's probably what we're going to be talking about. It's good, Rocket Man.
What's going on? What's going on, man? Hey, man, we know.
Now that I know who the fuck that is.
Appreciate you, my brother. Glad you on with us, man.
Spent over a year on the show not knowing who that was.
Figured this, man. Hey, man. So everybody has
Zeke is back.
Zeke is Zeke is back.
Start off with that, yeah.
Absolutely. Zeke is back with the Dallas Cowboys. Early this morning, reports came in that Zeke reunited with the Dallas Cowboys. I'm thinking it's probably a year contract, $2 million. Shout out to Zeke, first off, for being the Dallas Cowboy. I'm not looking for anything that we've seen before from Zeke. We know Zeke's hitting the latter stages of his career, but this is overall. I just thought it was confusing for the Cowboys to get rid of Zeke, figuring what they had after that. And you could have continued to keep him and try to build a QB running back at the same time. But I'm happy that he's there. Try to encourage the rest of these running backs in some capacity. We know we did not get anybody at the draft in the running back position, but it's happy to have someone who used to be part of the band back in the band.
Yeah,
after a stint with the Patriots, man, which he the latter part of the season, man, did okay.
He was balling. He was the best player on our offense for like 4 or 5 weeks, which is fucking sad, honestly.
Real talk, man. But shout out to him. I mean, I had a couple dogs in the backfield, but I mean, just couldn't hold down the fort due to injuries and stuff like that. Zeke was able to, get some good reps. Hopefully a good year back in Dallas. Some more Dallas news. Michael Gallup signs with the Raiders.
Yeah. Well, coaching here, he's still trying to run. He's still running the show from the comments because that was coming up next, Coach.
We love it.
I was going to let's get into some of the other free agent signings so far. Like Coach said, Raiders sign ex-Cowboys receiver Michael Gallup to a 1-year deal worth $3 million. It's a good spot for him, honestly. I don't know about the quarterback situation, but I do know that he's going to be the third receiver there. And they have 2 tight ends who they're going to run regularly. So he's going to be more depth for them, basically.
Yeah, definitely more of a depth situation because I feel like he had it lined up for him in Dallas. Despite everything that happened, he still had it lined up for him with who they had.
It's good to stay healthy.
That too. It derailed him. I feel like the injuries derailed him. He had some value at some point. Value's not really there. He's still a receiver that, can get on the roster at this point, figuring he's out with the Raiders. And, not a troublesome guy. So, hey.
I think
they're Vegas now.
Yeah.
So
I think with y'all.
Let's get in the car.
Yeah. Stay out the casino, bro. I think with y'all kind of wanted him to be the second guy next to I don't know. My brain just CD. Yeah. How did my brain just completely forget who CD Lamb was? That's terrible. And see, there you go. Like you said, hangover from the draft. But yeah. CD. So I think they want him to be number 2 to CD, but I think he's more of a number 3 guy.
Yeah, he's definitely a number 3 guy.
Yeah,
and that's what I was saying. Like the Dallas Cowboys had to go out a receiver. Like
get another.
If they wanted to keep him, or even for the next guy up, you keep him in a position like. And I'm just mind boggled why we aren't hitting that department or the running back department. But other than that, we'll speak on our draft picks later for teams, and hopefully it's something that is addressed.
It's funny you've often at times made comparisons or parallels between the Cowboys and my Patriots, and you're in the stage that we used to be in, where every year you just want another receiver on the other side or somebody else out there. We wanted receivers for years, and it was the worst thing to want because Bill is terrible at drafting receivers. So it was never fun. All right, moving on to the Chargers. J.K. Dobbins says he's 100%. Excited to reunite with Gus Edwards and Greg Roman. That should be, I don't know. I feel bad for J.K. He's had nothing but injury problems his whole career. And I feel like if you couldn't produce with the Ravens, I don't know where else you're gonna, like, they're regularly like one of the best running games in the league. So we'll see what happens with him, but they better not start that bad.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna have a committee down there in LA. I feel like it's better for Justin Herbert. I'm figuring he's gonna have a year where he's kind of just flushing the rock up and down the field with 3 solid running backs that they have there. I'm shout out to Kelly too. Shout out to Kelly, Dobbins, and Gus Edwards. They are there.
And you're right. 3 backs, right? 3 backs, right? But they got rid of all their receivers.
It's going to be interesting to see what Greg Roman brings to the table. It's going to be funny how all this situation works because usually we see Harbaugh touch gold a little bit in the NFL, you know what I'm saying, from the beginning, try to scratch the surface, and he does his thing when he comes back up to the big leagues. I want to see if he can change this team around. There's many things and questions that we had for years about what this team needs. This is kind of like a mystery here with this team.
So
bringing the guy that you
Chargers,
think
right?
The whole team, yeah. It's just.
So what I want to know is, what are they gonna do at receiver? Because I'm thinking they're gonna go hard at the T. They have to, right?
Yeah, they have to go. They have to go after these time wide receivers that are looking to get traded right now. I do see the Chargers at the mix of that. I can't really complain about our wide receiver situation that bad when it comes to wide receivers. These guys go from prime veterans to having nobody for a guy that's supposed to be a top 5-10 quarterback in the league. So I think they would address that issue with either trying to go get a T. Higgins, see if they can go snag one of the 2 guys off the other side of the West Coast, and Debo and or Ayuk. I kind of see them doing that.
So what I'm hearing now more is that it looks like they're gonna try to ride it out with those. That doesn't. We always hear that. Sometimes teams will just say, "No, we're not actually trading because they want to maintain that player's value." But it looks like they were kind of saying like they might just stick with both. They might try to re-sign Ayuk, and they're fielding calls still about Debo, but they're not really talking about moving either of them.
Right. And if they move one of them, it doesn't break their team completely. But I can see if they both want to be kept by the 49ers, because you're still in a position where, and hey, we throw the Super Bowl loss at them. We don't throw it at them that bad because Mahomes and the Chiefs are just a different breed. But when it comes to the NFC, this team still has a chance, an ultimate chance to get back there next year, with this roster. You know what I'm saying? They obviously, they participated in the draft as well. All teams do. And they were able to get some pieces. They still a dog in the NFC. They keep those two guys, gives them a better chance, but losing one of them doesn't hurt them either. But it'll be interesting.
Especially because they went out and got my Gator. They went out and got Pearsall. So I think they're going to move one of them. But if you had asked me before the draft which one, I probably would have said Ayuk. Now I don't know. They might end up signing Ayuk and moving Debo. I think that's the actual better move because Debo's hurt too much, and also he's not exactly your true number one. He's not even exactly a true wide receiver. He's a positionless player who's a weapon, but I'd move on from him and stick with Ayuk.
Absolutely. You signed Samuel probably like a year and a half, 2 years ago to a restructured deal. You kind of did his deal over. Yeah. It makes sense to kind of get rid of Debo. You put Ayuk in that same position as him. See where Parcell produces, and then you kind of flip-flop there. At some point, he becomes that guy. Maybe you can give it to Ayuk, can go draft. Yeah, it can kind of work like that. The way their offense styles and plays, you can kind of interchange, but
you can plug guys in, right?
What person you have to hopefully you're correcting who you move. Let's say. But me personally, the age is coming on Debo, the injury is coming on Debo. If you want to prove a guy, prove his worth, prove out.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so some other news. The Eagles, I think we covered it, but Eagles signed Mekhi Becton. They signed Mekhi Becton from the Jets, who was a free agent. It's looking like they're going to use him as a swing tackle. So, like, just depth chart. Somebody needs a breather or somebody gets hurt, then he'll come in, which I think is a better role for him. Starting left tackle was a nightmare for him. I don't even know if they tried him at right tackle, but whatever the case may be, Becton has not been what was advertised coming up. So hopefully this could be a place where he can try to rekindle his career. What else we got? Chiefs, Travis Kelce.
Ooh, Chiefs, Travis Kelce, man. Hey, another score.
New
you
2-year
said the
deal.
Eagles signed that last Beckham, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. It's still weekend, Philly. We know you get those packs off during the week. The weekend, you kind of chill with family. Y'all still getting those packs off?
Nah, they getting the pack. Still getting the packs off. Nobody get more packs off than the Eagles right now.
Hey, yo.
It's crazy, bro. Like, I don't know where they find this money. They're fucking whoever's up at accounting is doing gymnastics up there. I don't know. That poor guy needs a raise.
They all need raises, man, up in Philly, man. Philly up here still trying to stack the deck, man. But you said Travis Kelce. Is he retiring?
No. Everyone thought that might be a possibility, but nah, he agrees to a 2-year, like a new 2-year deal. 34.25 million. I'm guessing it's kind of like it's a new deal, but it feels like a restructure. I can look more into it, but it seems like they just made some space. They're also doing the cap gymnastics as usual. Let me see if it saves them any money.
Yeah, enough to make him the highest paid tight end in the NFL.
As he should be.
Definitely. Interesting that you said, man. We had rumors thrown around that he may retire after this year. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long hurdle for this man, but the hurdle don't stop. When you have that adrenaline, and shout out to him for coming through in the goddamn playoffs, man. You know what I'm saying? Another element of his game, man. We don't question him like that. Well, we kind of questioned him last year how he was going to produce in the playoffs, and it kind of gave me shades of Gronk because now it's like it's playoff time and it's time to win, and you're producing and it's money time kind of. When you got a team like this and they let y'all get in, they let y'all roll, and then they got to play you on Sunday to get to the bowl or get to the next round. It's very scary.
Damn it, Bobby. Damn it, Bobby. You kiss your mother with that mouth.
2-year contract extension, man. Going back to the Chiefs, going to round it up again. I mean, hey, man, live the story up. Y'all have developed a 2-man horse in Patrick Mahomes and Kelce that they should ride through the sunset. I mean, of course, Kelsey's probably going to be gone before Mahomes.
Well before.
It should be.
Full decade before. He'll be a full decade before, probably.
But it's good to see that they're still together. He can mentor, some of the new tight ends they bring in. It all works for them, man. Shout out to Travis Kelce on.
And yeah, Bobby, Travis doesn't need the money. You're right, but
he don't need the money, but the love's still there. Yeah, the love's still there.
We still want.
Now, he can go out of retirement and go and continue his podcast and get on a Monday night, Sunday day crew.
Yeah, all of that. But you called him Travis Swift doesn't need the money. And in case you ain't heard how she made all that money, it was off the backs of many ex-boyfriends. So he needs to make sure he has his back still.
Absolutely. That too, man.
He got a $4 million raise. Yeah, Kelce has maybe 3 or 4 years. Maybe. I'm thinking Kelce has about 2 good ones in him left. Because we started to see some, even though he still played great, we saw this year he couldn't be Travis Kelce every week. He had to, there were some weeks where he was like, all right, we're just going to block a little more today. We're not going to we're going to get 3-4 catches for first downs and move some chains, but we're not making a big contribution. Then there was other games, obviously, he took over. But, yeah, all right, so Kelce getting the bag as usual. Good for him.
Kelce getting the bag into man. Shout out to him, man.
Chiefs locking the Chiefs. I don't think people understand the Chiefs just won a title with basically just Kelce. I mean, Rice played a role, but everyone else is dropping balls. Now they actually went out and got some more guys. Hollywood's coming. Xavier Worthy, the fastest man alive right now on the football field, is coming. It's looking slow for the rest of the league right now. I just want everybody to know that.
Did Buffalo do wrong by trading the Chiefs that pick?
Yeah, no. I mean, it lets you want to just play like you want block teams. Yeah, that'd be funny if they blocked them.
I've heard this morning on something I was watching that they're like, why? Like they said, we say you don't trade picks back to rivals. You know what I'm saying, in your division. He said, but the Chiefs has made you their rivals, so why would you do that? But I mean, we don't even know what Buffalo's gonna be at. I mean, and that's the story.
I think Buffalo thought like we might be rivals, but it won't be next year, so it don't really matter because we don't even have a receiver over here right now.
We'll see y'all on the come up for real.
Yeah. All right. Other news: my Patriots, they signed Christian Barrymore, agrees to a 4-year extension worth up to $92 million. That's a lot of money for a good player, though. I believe his potential is to be great. So, but that is a lot of money. I'm gonna read up on this contract. Let me see what else they got here.
And I heard it was the most money paid to a Patriot since Tom Brady. Now I know Tom Brady wasn't getting paid a whole lot. So yeah.
He was still getting paid though. But so so that's a big ass contract. That's a lot of news. Hopefully he continues to be the dominant piece in the middle that we need. That's a lot of money though.
I mean, yes, one thing Gerard Mayo did say, and he did promise. He said there's going to be a lot of new stuff going on. There's going to be a lot of you see some trades, Patriots, go trade, but it was good ones, and then they went to guys that they needed. You know what I'm saying? And try. And I didn't hear people saying, "Well, he's a bum receiver," because they drafted a few receivers, and he said he was going to spend some cash. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he's doing that. I mean. Doesn't come for an overall good season, but overall, man, change is gonna come, man, and I'm happy that Gerard's taking the right steps, man, in the right direction, man.
All right, and that's it. We got some other. Let me see. I can just rattle off some.
Hope said earlier, we had an issue to this last week a little bit, not really crazy. Coming off a divorce, after a year of marriage or probably less. He did say this, yeah. Darren Waller, considering retiring from the NFL, he is currently a Giant. He's kind of just contemplating what he wants to do. Probably going to need a little bit more time on it.
Giants so bad people want to retire. That's crazy.
They're crazy. The Lions just gave him some cake, in free agency, I believe, last year or the year before. And
everybody saw Danny Dimes with those eyes at that press conference, and they all getting out of Dodge now. Like, I can't play with this guy.
Eyes, man. The eyes look crazy. Adam Gase, like I said, it's gonna everything's gonna be interesting. But with that team right there, we speak on Bobby just popped on. We speak on the Chiefs and Derek Carr. I can't really speak on Derek Carr like in a negative like that. When this guy Daniel Jones is showing you everything that it takes to be a failure right now. Not in terms of the play, because, I mean, he played good the year before. This year was kind of a naggle, injuries nagged you up some more. So hopefully he come this year and play at least decent. Let's see what the injury, does for you, long term. Because like I said, man, neck injuries to me, man, the worst injury.
Rough. It's dangerous. The whole, it's what you lead with, your head, even though you're not supposed to. It's dangerous, man.
Let me just look up who the Saints have signed. It's been a bunch of nobodies. Hey, man, they participate in the draft, man, and see average for everybody in the NFL draft. To me, they picked up some guys for their team, man. Picked up some guys for your team. And Bobby, if you was partying at a draft party all night, hope you have fun. You'll take Carl. Yeah, definitely. We'll take Carl over Jones all day. We agree on that. I just think for them moving forward, the Saints, maybe they just felt like Carr. I mean, that's what we felt. This is probably just the bridge. But, I mean, for the Saints, you want somebody else. You got to deal with the bridge situation. Salary cap issues and all this stuff, man, has gotten you to the place that you need to be. But
they got Rattler. They went out and got Rattler, so he might, he's going to take a little time behind Carr. And then I think they have at least, I think, a Carr replacement. I don't know how good Rattler's going to be, but he has some potential. Remember, Rattler was one of the most highly recruited and touted guys coming out of high school. So
he was highly recruited.
Didn't go exactly as planned in college, but he still had some good ball playing.
Trying to build the resume, people, you think he probably gonna head out after that third year, man. But that fourth year is crucial, man. I mean, he played out that fourth year. He was able to, be on the board. Go to a situation where it can kind of benefit him. So no shot of Carr, man. But Carr knows that his days are probably numbered. As a quarterback in the NFL, as a starter potentially, and hey, man, Rattler, he's gonna have a good man to go over play calls with. Did you talk about the biggest draft pick yet?
We did not, but who do you think the biggest draft pick yet is?
Jalen Daniels. Oh, hold on! I know what you're talking about. We got you. We know. I'm gonna let you get your chime in first before we go into it, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I want to hear who he thinks it is.
I think I know who he's talking about.
Yeah. Who do you think it is?
Because we had a crazy first round in the NFL draft. We seen 6 quarterbacks drafted in the first 13 picks.
And then not another one picked for 150 picks after that, which is a record. Crazy. It's the record for the most picks between 2 quarterbacks being picked.
So, Will, question for you.
Yeah.
We know teams were in situations where they had to go get QBs.
Mm-hmm.
What teams you think may have panicked and just said we're just gonna go get one?
Quarterback. I mean, we obviously know that Atlanta had a little mini heart attack in that room before they made that pick. Look, but the more I go over the pick, the more I understand it. The pick isn't actually what's crazy. It was giving a 35-year-old man off an Achilles $180 million. That was what was crazy.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
And I think that they just compounded the crazy.
It's not. I think about this from this situation, like you said, 35. This is where media gets excited. This is where media can get a story and just have it buzzing, create noise, generate money for everybody on each side of the plate. Michael Penix Jr. early as a guy, you know what I'm saying? 8th pick. Everybody saying, well, why would you do that when you got Kirk Cousins? This man is 35, Achilles injury, coming off it. Atlanta probably said to themselves, we may not find another QB in any of these drafts coming up like Michael Penix has shown us. And I feel like they did something for their organization. You know what I'm saying? They feel that way. They trying to build. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Kirk, mad at it. You know what I'm saying? As a pro, I would be mad at it too. You know, but we mentioned last week, man, you getting that professor money. You getting that professor money. So, you professor,
this part is
true. You have been in every which situation. You have been in a situation where you had to go fight, though he got hurt, you know. RG3 ended up out of Washington, injuries, and then you got the spot there. Now this is kind of reverse psychology now. You kind of get in, how you get out. You got a guy number 8 now, you know what I'm saying, coming in. And, hey, this is what the NFL QB is going to deal with for the rest of his life, man. The QB kingdom, baby.
Yeah, so I think the other thing we got to realize is Kirk Cousins, if he's healthy, they're gonna be too good to end up picking high again. Like Kirk Cousins will have them at least at like 500. 500 is not a top 5 pick. You're not gonna get another good quarterback playing 500 ball. So I think they had to go get a guy while they had the chance.
Yeah, you definitely got it.
Of course you would, Ant. Why wouldn't you? It's a rookie deal for a quarterback. You automatically got to pick that up. Especially it's the same thing that happened with Kevin Love.
And it's too, like, you're gonna have teams that are gonna eventually need QBs. It sucks that he's in a situation where he's gonna have to back up early, but this is the best situation for him in terms of a QB that's in age, getting older, and sit right on an Achilles injury, man, for a guy that's made over $500 million. You know, the time is gonna come at some point. Good job by the Falcons. I'm not mad at him for it.
Penn is going to be almost 30 on his 5th-year option. How old is he right now? I think, what is he, 25?
Penix 23.
He's 23?
I believe. Hold on. 23.
Yeah.
He's 23 years old.
So 23.
Oh, he'll be 24 this year.
So he's 24, and then, his 5th-year option, he'll basically be 28, 29.
He'll be 30. You're right, man. We're going to round it up to the next
We're going to round it up. Yeah, he's going to be, you damn near 30. Yeah, okay, that's cool. He might be 30, but then you're going to have 4 or 5 years of a really good quarterback, hopefully. And he won't be that expensive because he won't have played much.
Exactly.
If Kirk is great 3 years or 4, Penix not seeing the field. Maybe. I mean, that's possible. But first of all, how sure are we that a 35-year-old coming off of an Achilles is going to ball for another 4 years? That contract is built specifically to get out of it after 2. I think that's what they're going to do.
This is another funny thing about media. Kirk did his thing last year, but even every year, everybody's screaming for Kirk's head.
Facts.
As a starter. You know what I'm saying? He's in a situation right now with Atlanta, and we hear a few people here saying he potentially is going to have 3 to 4 years. Are y'all going to be speaking this when the season starts?
I heard about this too, James. The only way to justify it is say that he's the number 2 quarterback on it, which they did say. They were like, yo, we had him graded number 2, and he was there, so we took him.
That's dope. Nah, I'm not mad at them. I'm not
Shut
mad
up, Lewis.
As I thought for it for a second, I thought future, and I said, hey, man, they're trying to build a future, man. They're just not trying to be good right now. They're trying to be good, sustainable. They're trying to sustain it. The Dirty Birds trying to come back in the come back, and I feel them, baby. So, hey, if it's got to bring Michael Penix here to stop the Dirty Bird again, let's get it.
It's Atlanta. I'm glad they did it. Yeah, he hates Atlanta. He hates Atlanta. Ignore Lewis.
No, Penix. We're not rooting for Atlanta Falcons. We're rooting for Penix, baby.
Well, he's rooting because he's the Saints, so he wants them to suck.
Yeah, you want them to suck.
What else we got?
Here, on night 1 of the draft night, man, just disappointed. He was happy with the Falcons. They said, they can't get a kick out of Kirk's contract to 2027 with a $35 million dead cap.
So you want to do some draft grades?
Yes, let's do some draft grades.
PFF.com, Pro Football Focus. We're going to use their list because we didn't take the time to do our own. We'll just start at the top. So they graded Arizona as a B+. We know they got Marvin, that first pick. I mean, the 4th overall pick. Darius Robinson, the 27th pick. Max Melton, Trey Benson. They got some pretty good names. We'll see how they play, but they got some pretty good names that fit what they're trying to do.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, apparently, what? The Cardinals didn't receive a trade offer that enticed them to move down for the 2nd straight season. Huh. So yeah, they gave the Cardinals a B+. I don't know. I mean, I think they did pretty good. Marvin Harrison, that's a given. I wish my Patriots had taken him at number 3, but we needed a quarterback.
Hey, Bobby. See, Bobby? I love you, Bobby. That's my grade. My grade, everybody. I don't fail them, but I don't honor roll them. I give them all C's. They're all rookies. Welcome to the league. You got your hat, your jersey, and now it's
you got your hat. Here's your list of classes, and
it's time for class now. We got a pen, pencil, and a notebook.
Your list of possible electives, and oh man, who else we got? I don't want to do them all. Let me just see if let's go look at our teams real quick. Who else is in here? We got Bobby in here. Bobby, you'll be happy to know the Atlanta Falcons got a C-. Ravens got an A-.
Said the Ravens got an A-?
Yeah, Ravens got an A-. They grabbed Wiggins out of Clemson, the corner, with the 30th pick. And they got Rosengarten, the tackle out of Washington. Yeah, see, they got Isaac, the edge rusher from Penn State.
They just picked up filthy people for their.
Well, they picked up positions of need everywhere, and they got good guys at positions of need.
Then Dabo Sweeney called them and told them to take Nate with their pick. Like,
I believe so.
That's why I was here rumbling on night 1, man.
Yeah, but Dabo also said Watson was Michael Jordan, so Dabo's a little crazy.
You want Mike?
All right, let's find where the Cowboys at. Let's see what they rated them. Ooh, Chicago Bears got an A. Obviously, they picked first. Caleb Rome. Yeah, they did a pretty good job. Bengals B+, Cleveland C+, Dallas Cowboys B-. So y'all got Tyler Guyton out of Oklahoma, which coach was pretty sure was going to happen. Marshawn Nealon, which James talked about. I think he said that could be a wild card, that he would be okay next to Micah. Y'all also grabbed Cooper Beebe.
I like the BB pick.
Yeah, he stayed on the board for so long, and then y'all got him. That was a perfect pick for y'all. Other than that, we got Carson, the corner out of Wake Forest. Who else we got? Yeah, I mean, Ryan Flournoy, Nathan Thomas, and Justin Martin. Look, your first 2 picks were really great. Actually, first 3, because Cooper Beebe's legit. You think he helps bring back the prominent Dallas Cowboy offensive line?
That's what they're trying to do. I mean, they're trying to edge. They're trying to edge on this. They're still. This says to me. I mean, yeah, you got a bunch of young guys, so you just think they're young. But if they're trying to rebuild the line, then maybe you're just gonna ride this till the wheels completely fall the hell off.
That's what all in is.
Hey, I'm gonna be a fan for it, I guess. But there's still some things that we need, and it's probably gonna shoot us in the foot as it does every season. And draft grades B, in terms of me as a fan, and my personal excitement in the Dallas Cowboys draft, give it a C-.
They're all gonna be C's.
I give it a C-. I wanted to give it a D, honestly, because you said, I kind of want what I want, and I'm just one of a million fans, and I'm never going to get what I want in terms of that. But it was interesting to see that they continue to just say, hey, we're just going to stand on what we've been standing on. But you could have not said all in to have everybody thinking you was going all in. Just to say you was going to be the Dallas Cowboys and continue to do what you do.
I just think people misinterpreted the all-in. The all-in means I'm not breaking up this team right now. It means I'm just going to stick with what we got, and we're going to pour more into it, all of it. I think people thought that meant you were going to fucking win free agency and win the draft, and I just think that's unreasonable. You can't.
We're going to come to Dallas Cowboys in the mid-90s when we just signed everybody.
You also can't win a Super Bowl in April, so people need to just chill out.
Like, me too. That's the thing. You definitely can't win a Super Bowl in April at all. Like, the top couple teams in the draft, be happy for, what I'm saying? And these guys, shout out to the players. Be happy.
The happiest teams and fan bases should be like the top of the draft, because this is the time of year where anybody has a chance and you could get the player that turns it all around. But like everybody else, we're just trying to get better and we're not flipping out. about
Absolutely.
saying we're all in and shit like that. It's not necessary.
Oh,
But anyway,
can I do the Patriots list for you, man? Can I get the grade in for the Patriots, man?
Bust it, guy.
You know, to me, I'm gonna be real before I open it up.
He's like, I fucking hate it.
No, it was a good draft for them. For me,
solid.
Because I felt like, we spoke about earlier in Gerard Mayo, but they did receive a B+. They selected Drake May after all the quarterback carousel that happened in the first round. He was selected from North Carolina. Jalen Polk went 37 from Washington. He was able to grab offensive tackle C. Dan Wallace from Penn State, and also grab guard Layden Thomas in the 4th round from Texas A&M. Javon Baker, wide receiver from UCF.
I like that.
I like off name.
Yeah, I like that.
And I've seen him play a few times. I like that pick. That's a pick that I'm like, I hope he's able to be on the team and, produce, not early, but, at some point in his career. You went cornerback, which the Patriots are going to try to develop one. Marcellus Dial from South Carolina. You went QB as well in the 6th round with Joe Milton III from Tennessee. Doesn't really hurt.
The Milton thing is funny because he said he just wants an opportunity to try to play quarterback, but he's open to moving the tight end. So we got one of those. It's funny. It's a Bill Belichick type of player, but Bill's gone. But his understudy Mayo picked the type of player.
Absolutely. And one thing you're going to know about understudies is that they may not show the whole big mirror of what, their former, mentor was teaching them, but they're going to take little piece of glasses out the mirror. And I feel like you said, this move right here, this man, if he potentially moves a tight end, I feel like Mayo has a little sense of how to kind of direct him in that direction, while keeping him cool as well, but giving him a chance to try to be a QB if he wants to, so.
The Cowboys can kick off the greatest rebuild in history next offseason. They don't lose anything by running it back this year. That makes sense.
They don't, and but this is a situation we not put ourselves into, but it's kind of like how the NFC is. We're going to see this year if teams from last year that came out the loop are able to stay in there. If they're able to stay in there, and then you probably see another 1.5 teams, improve. Then you'll start to see Dallas probably kick the can. But right now it's kind of like, hey, we got to see what it is, man. You got to continue to. As a fan, it's like, damn, the misery continues, but. I mean, shit.
Yeah. Thank you, James, with your Tinder pic. Lewis said bust. Who? It doesn't really matter. He's just controlling. But he probably said Drake after saying that Drake was going to be the best in the class. He's a nut. A rebuild with a young, talented roster is wild. Is it, though? Because you basically, who's the young, talented roster? I mean, they have Lamb and Micah Parsons. And then what? Diggs and Bland. Other than that, like, where's all this and CD? Like, where's all the youth? Then I guess they're young, but I don't know.
But Lewis brings up an interesting thing, and I'm not really mad at him for that because it's just to sit in here. But then you get the years and years of losing, so it's kind of like, what do you do? But like you said, that comes to what Will says all the time, and the micromanagement of the Cowboys fans in their heads, or people that are not Cowboys fans that just want to speak on the Cowboys in their head. It kind of makes you sometimes feel when you don't get the job done, there's only one thing left to do.
Blow it up.
So everybody's right in a sense. I'm not mad at anybody for what they say because I feel still, and I'm always going to feel this way. I feel like it's coming soon.
So Cowboys could trade a franchise QB and 2 superstars. So I assume, obviously, the franchise QB is Dak, and then the 2 superstars, I'm guessing, are Micah and who else?
CD.
I think it'd be crazy to trade CD, but I think it's crazy to trade Micah too. But Micah might just leave. So,
but enough of Cowboy talk. This ain't Cowboy talk. This is NFL draft talk, NFL world talk. You know what I'm saying?
Blame James. We blame James.
Patriots with a B. We seen Bobby in here, so we're gonna give Bobby's Saints crack in the nail here. See this draft.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then you can roll with Miami. You know what I'm saying? You can get James.
I'll hold James down. Yeah.
So the Saints, the Saints over here. This is a projection of a draft. This is why I vote C's, because the New Orleans Saints got an A+, but they did go get pieces that they needed. So shout out to them for doing that. Talise Fangua from Oregon State with the 14th pick. Kool-Aid McKinstry, who got some new Kool-Aid. I think it's called something Black Cherry. That's coming out. I already got some deals. Spencer Rattler, QB, got picked with the 150th pick, 5th rounder, South Carolina. You picked up Bub Means from Pittsburgh, wide receiver. Jalen Ford, linebacker from Texas. DeChristian Boyd from Northern Iowa, and Josiah Ingram, tackle from Eastern Kentucky. So, Bobby, how you feel about your draft, man, and your Saints and what they did? Black Jerry Blitz is what it's called. Thank you, Bobby, for that. I seen that the other day. I said, man, that is
wow. Huh, yeah. Well, Saints gonna Saint, right?
Also,
on my way down this list, I ran into two A pluses. So PFF gave the Eagles an A+. Because they got basically 2 top 10 players at corner. They got Quinion Mitchell out of Toledo and Cooper DeJean out of Iowa. They also got the man that James was talking about, Jalix Hunt. And they scooped up Will Shipley, who me and Coach talked about, like, we don't know if he's going to be able to go and be someone's number 1 back, but in a system where you do running back by committee, he could be dangerous. And he went to a perfect team. Will Shipley on the Eagles, they really made out. They did great.
That's running back from Clemson, correct?
Huh?
That's running back from Clemson, right?
Yes, Shipley? It is. Yes, Will Shipley, running back. And to top it all off, they went out and got the legacy pick, their own legacy pick. They drafted Jeremiah Trotter Jr. out of Clemson. They
went family.
Yeah, they kept it in house. So I like that. That's what's up. Also the Steelers got an A+. Steelers got Troy Fautanu, whatever his name is, Zach Frazier, Roman Wilson, which I really like that pick. They do good with receivers, and he's going to be a good receiver. They also went out and got the injury-prone Peyton Wilson, who would have been a top 10 pick probably if it wasn't for the injury history. Mason McCormick, Logan Lee, and Ryan Watts. Who else? Okay, what we're supposed to
all trades by the Eagles in this draft, according to our man. You know what I'm saying? Insider James. No,
Insider James. What James say? 12 trades by the Eagles in this draft.
Yeah,
they trade.
Man.
Damn, it's a lot of trades. Hey, yo, too. Got me scared now for Sunday.
Hey, man. Hey, at the end of the day, man, I never thought Zeke should move, even if you didn't have him as the top running back on your depth chart. I mean, I'm excited to have him back in the circumstance that we're in right now, and don't really know where we're going moving forward at the running back position. But definitely cool, man. Shout out to your Eagles, man. We just speaking on them just now. That's probably why you came in. You probably heard us talk about the Eagles. And you don't hear nobody in Massachusetts talk about the Eagles but us, so we wanted to come over here and show love. But we appreciate you, E, man. Hope your Eagles can catch one in this season, you know. But we'll find out, man. That's the thing for this offseason. We'll find out.
All right, so somebody else. Ant was in here. I don't know if he's still here, but we'll do his Washington Commanders. They got an A. Jaden McDaniels with the 2nd overall pick. We knew that was going to happen, basically. Then they got Jerzon Newton out of Illinois, defensive line. Then they got Mike, Sinistril out of Michigan, which was a favorite of James. And they got Ben Sinnott, another favorite of James. Yeah, Washington had James's playbook for this one. They also got Luke McCaffrey. It's going to be a good team if their quarterback can play. We'll see how Daniels pans out. All right. We skipped where are the Dolphins at? Let me do James's team.
The Fins.
Where are the Dolphins?
The Fins, man. We find the Fins. We're going to find the Fins. While we find the Fins, man, shout out to everybody tuning in, man. Like, share, subscribe, STWF TV. You know, tuning in on Facebook as well. Tuning in all streaming platforms in which you can stream us. I know there's a couple issues going in the world, man, in regards to Facebook and how they let people stream stuff now. I see everybody's having an effect on it. But shout out to the everlasting supporters.
Appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe. The Indianapolis Colts got an A+. So they got Latu, who, if it wasn't for the injury situation, would have been a top 10, maybe even top 5 pick, I hear. He was basically the highest graded edge rusher before I think the injury happened. Adonai Mitchell out of Texas. They needed another receiver. I think that's a great pickup for them. Matt Goncalves, Pittsburgh. And Tanner Bertolini out of Wisconsin. They also grabbed Anthony Gould, receiver out of Oregon State. And the rest of these guys look like Jags, just another guy. But yeah, A+ apparently.
Want to see those Indianapolis Colts, man, at full strength, man. Full strength is the key for the Colts this year. Full strength. You know what I'm saying? Especially at the QB position.
I can't find the Dolphins.
Anybody else we got here?
Oh, okay. Ooh, they said Dolphins got a B-. They got Chop Robinson with the 21st pick. Patrick Paul, Jalen Wright out of Tennessee, the running back, which is more speed. Ridiculous. I don't understand why they feel the need to have an entire team of track stars. Muhammad Kamara out of Colorado State. Malik Washington. I remember James being pretty happy about that pick as well. Patrick McMorris and Taj Washington. Another receiver? They're really planning to move on from Waddle, it looks like.
They got the Miami Dolphins track team coming to a
so he said
lead near you.
He said Tanner is the most athletic center that's come out in a long time.
Shit. What's Dallas could have got him?
For real. You felt they reached for McCaffrey? Yeah, I guess it's a little bit of a reach, but you know, something to be said about good genes.
Oh, where'd he go? Where McCaffrey's little brother
go? Where was it? We were just looking at it. Oh shit, I forgot now.
Not the team we just talked about, the Colts.
Was it the
Dolphins? Sorry.
No, it wasn't. What the fuck?
Where'd he go?
I'm looking. Hold on, I got you. It's ridiculous. Luke, where are you? Where did Luke go, people? Can't find him.
Ross and the Commanders. Okay.
Oh, that's what that's why. It was
at the end of the day, man.
They also didn't really like. They have 2 good receivers there already, so he's gonna basically be.
Gotta get a little bro in the league. Man.
It's depth that if he ends up being good, then that's what's up. But they
gotta get a little bro in the league.
It's not like they're bringing him in to start.
Little bro, they gotta finish the family tree off, man. You know what I'm saying? That picture has to look real good, man. Yeah, my daddy playing in the league, my little brother playing in the league, my other little brother playing, and my other little brother playing in the league. You gotta finish the picture frame, man. If they can do it, they got that this close to it, they gonna do it. They might. Hey, you took Michael Samuel, but I mean he's drafted, so I mean at the end of the day, man.
All right, what are you talking about? We're moving forward.
So real talk. The NFL season months away, and like we said, man, it's dead cap season. But there was some recent rumblings in regards to Roger Goodell, and a couple of things that the NFL should be expected to come over the next maybe season and a half, maybe this season. Who knows? But according to Forbes, Goodell said he's happy with the 17-game regular season, but he says as the league looks forward, he can see reducing preseason games and adding the 18 regular season game. I'm hearing 2 preseason games and then basically riding out the regular season. Then he says if we got to 18 games and 2 preseason games, that's not an unreasonable thing. Goodell also pointed out that the NFL season may extend by 1 week. The Super Bowl will be played on the Sunday of President's Day weekend, meaning many people will have the following Monday off. A thought that was met with cheers from the crowd. I like that. You make it a big old, it's already a big festivity fest, but you get Monday off too? Listen here, man. That would be dope. I'm not mad at that. And he spoke with Pat McAfee about these things, and he's told McAfee as well he doesn't like the preseason and he doesn't think fans like it either. He said, "I'd rather replace a preseason game with a regular season game any day."
Which is fine as long as you make the roster size a little bigger. You got to give people. You got to also make the cap a little bigger. You got to give teams, if you're going to take away preseason games where they get to work on these players and figure out who's going to be where, you got to give them more time and a bigger roster to keep guys. The end goal for the NFL is a 32-game season flag football league. Yeah, not wrong. No, I agree. We only really need 2 preseason games, but you got to expand the roster because they have to, like, two preseason games isn't quite enough to figure out of all these guys who's going to stay, like when you have to do cut days and stuff like that. Like, you got to give them more time to figure out who these players are. 2 weeks to decide an entire player's career is intense. Stiff arm to Mac Jones fans. Thunder slapped a few people into the shadow realm and landed into the chat of the greatest show out. What up, D? Appreciate you. Best entrances every time. I don't know where Took went. I hope things are cool. I'm gonna go through some favorite picks by round. I mean, I could do my own, or I'll just add on to the ones that I'm seeing right here. Round 1, obviously, y'all know, if y'all watch any of my mock drafts, y'all know that I really wanted Xavier Worthy to go to the Chiefs. I think I wanted them to replace the speed they lost with Tyreek. And if you watched them last year, it was a travesty to watch any team struggle that much at receiver, including my own Patriots. But, yeah, they went up. They moved up and got Xavier Worthy. They ended up doing it. Thought it was a great fit. Who else we got? Oh, like James had pointed this out, and I thought this was a great pick too. In the second round, Washington getting Ben Sinnott. I just think he's going to be really good. James says he's going to be Travis Kelce. He has the measurables, like 6'4", 250 about. Decent speed, agility as well. Solid hands. I don't know how he is route running though. But I'm guessing if you're comparing him to Kelce, he could probably run routes. Who else we got? Oh, round 3. I liked a couple picks in round 3 that were on this list. I liked them myself. Roman Wilson to the Steelers. We talked about how the Steelers do a great job at developing talent in general, but they really develop receivers well. And I think he's already a really good receiver. So, you know what time it is. The man, the myth, the legend. I don't know if he's ready, but I'm going to check. You ready? Oh, he said BRB. You ready? All right, let's bring the man.
What's up, folks?
Going on.
There's the energy we were missing.
And the
How y'all doing,
man? A
man?
slew of
We're good, man.
is asking to withdraw from those cases. Del Galdo.
So what's up, fellas? Where we at? I heard y'all talking about the draft picks that you like. What's up, Bobby?
What's going on? Yeah, I was just naming off a few that I thought were. I mean, I didn't make this list, but I also agree with most of this list. And we were at the round 3 stage where Roman Wilson for the Steelers, but the second one on that was Cooper Beebe.
The top-rated guard in the draft.
Yeah, that's what's up.
But he's going to play center this year.
Yeah.
The music show my age. You're damn Skippy. I love me some Seinfeld. What's up, too?
What's going on with you, man?
Not a damn thing, man.
That is a full call. I do apologize.
I'm going to give you some good news today, man. Because I know we kind of talked a little bit back and forth. We didn't like, the Cowboys draft was a tad bit underwhelming initially. But I bring hope for you, brother.
Yes.
They rebuilt the offensive line.
I actually look back at it, man. It wasn't bad. It was this bad, because I may have wanted this and that. But overall, man, and we just answered some questions in regards to the Cowboys, too, where you're in a situation where if teams are not proving themselves that they're better than you, only like 2 teams, and those are the teams that ultimately get to the Super Bowl, then I guess you just continue to roll, man, until you can't roll no more. But I mean, eventually the can's gonna have to be kicked. But we do draft, phenomenally, man, and if we can fix that offensive line, and I guess we can get from 20 to 25 points a game. That's
we can definitely get to there.
Defense needs to not go to sleep this year.
What did we struggle with the most last year? Stopping the run and actually being able to run. They addressed both of those on both sides of the ball this year. And I got a good bit of news for you too. So they won't say it, but we are kind of in a rebuild. Next year, DeMarcus Lawrence and Zach, both contracts come off the books if they decide to not re-sign them. As it stands right now, including whatever they do with that contract, not that they would do anything with it, but Dallas is said to have going into next year, they will have a total of 11 draft picks and $100 million in cap space.
We rolling in here. We rolling. Hey, man. Spoke on the Kelce earlier. Travis Kelce, 2-year extension to stay with the Chiefs. Maybe a career-ending story, that he just wrote today, potentially. But news on the other side in regards to his brother, Jason Kelce, retired from the NFL. He's going to stay retired from the NFL, but he won't be off TV too long because reports have stated today that he's going to be the new member of the Monday Night Football crew on Monday Night Football on Monday nights on ESPN.
Odd man out.
Odd man out. Reports are stating now maybe RG3. That's the odd man out of the fray in replace of Super Bowl champion, Hall of Famer Jason Kelce. And hey, you got to scoot this man to get him a job, man. The media's been all over him forever, man. And now he's retired. You got to keep him on TV. You got to keep the Kelce name ringing alive. Super Bowl champions in his era, the Kansas City Chiefs. You got to have a Chief on there. And I mean, sorry, that's an Eagle. But Travis's brother, man, same shit. Even if Travis is nice at football, you're gonna hire his brother. But yeah, man, all around guard, man. He's gonna bring his guard skills to the Monday Night Crew. But RG3 being the odd man out, we kind of seen the window being created. Either it's with the things that he says on TV.
It's that. It's only that.
Maybe
it's that, and that and always that.
But he's kind of built his own frame and his own network in the sorts, and that's where everybody's going nowadays. And if he's not part of the Monday Night Crew, I think he's gonna be pretty darn good. Without
who, RG?
Yeah.
I don't know where he's gonna be working, but
oh yeah, I mean I don't know where he'll be working, but I think in this world nowadays, you'll be in there, man. I don't know.
Fox might scoop him. We'll see.
Fox is scooping everybody. Seems like Fox don't know where to go, and they're deciding anybody. I seen Paul Pierce on the Undisputed Desk with Skip Bayless.
They got to stop putting the mic in Paul Pierce's face.
For real. So that's that, man.
How's it going, though, Coach? What else you want to talk about? Since you missed a lot. If you want to rediscuss some things, we can go back, see what your take is.
So it was. I think for the most part, it wasn't any. Well, with the exception of Penix's pick being taken by Atlanta, I don't really have any that was like, wow, just kind of blew me away, or that was severely unexpected. For the most part, went fast, consistent. I've been following the undrafted free agency. Too, I got some video to sing later on. It's gonna bring some more hope to this draft class that we got coming in. Undrafted free agent, man. That's where you can find the diamonds in the rough.
Didn't we sign one today? Didn't we sign a running back undrafted?
I
believe today. Familiar name.
Now I got a question for Brother Will.
What's that, sir?
So y'all have two rookie quarterbacks on your roster.
but one may not even be a quarterback.
Okay, receiver,
tight end.
Okay. Hey, Kelce was a tight end coming out of Cincinnati.
The man 6'5", like 6'4", 6'5", and he He's stocky, man. Bell, which is not Bell. No, he's 6'5". Whatchamacallit? Milton. Joe Milton's. He got a cannon too. He had the strongest arm in the draft.
Really?
Yeah, at the combine, he was launching shit. Or pro day, wherever he went. But yeah, he's probably gonna be a tight end. But he did ask if he could at least compete for a quarterback job. No, I think they said they're gonna give him the opportunity.
Really?
He's the Zach Wilson of Anthony Richardson's.
Except he's not nearly as fast, unfortunately. Yeah, he's
maybe they can use him like Taysom Hill.
Yeah,
that'd be dope too.
I like him. We'll see what happens. I hope he takes over at quarterback.
Hey man, but the real question, overall, now we know we have questions that were answered on draft night, but I mean, you spoke about the second QB, the tandem. We got two. We want to talk about the one. You know what I'm saying? The number one pick of the New England Patriots and Drake May. I mean, obviously,
I love his potential. I love the potential there. The potential there is like his ceiling could be Josh Allen, but his floor could be really bad. Like he could end up being off the team before this contract is up. But yeah, he could be Tyree Jackson. Ooh, rough.
Is he thrown into the fire this season?
I don't think he'll start, but eventually he'll play some games. You gotta see what he is. You don't gotta see the first year, but they probably still want to see something. And it's not like Jacoby is gonna be a world beater. Despite how bad our overall roster is, if Jacoby is like 0-8, they're gonna put Drake in, obviously.
So what do you think about y'all's previous coach and his assessment of Drake?
He liked him, right? I didn't see the complete breakdown by Belichick.
So when he was on with Pat McAfee,
right?
He says, look, my thing with Drake, we understand the player on and off the field. We understand that none of these guys are perfect. You can go all the way up to numbers 1, 2, and 3. It doesn't really matter. None of these quarterbacks are coming in here ready to play. I actually think the only player that he knows that was ready to play once he came into the league was Lawrence Taylor. Yeah. And so it's very hard to sit here and say, all right, this guy's going to play. What I would say is he's going to compete. We have a solid quarterback room, in our opinion, and they're going to compete. Actually, my apologies. That was Mayo's take on it.
Yeah. Oh, no, Tatum's on the ground.
Oh, man, don't say that.
Porzingis already went out. It looked like an Achilles, but it was just a calf strain. Sorry. Distracted by my team. Look, we just got to see him get in camp, see what he really is. We know what he can do in terms of physical abilities. We don't know how he's going to read shit in the NFL. So it's a mystery, but it's a fun mystery. I don't think they helped him very much. Our line is mediocre, and our receivers are less than that. So they need to go get T or something.
Go get T. Go get T.
Now, have you had a chance to see y'all's undrafted free agent signings?
I haven't. You got them pulled up?
Pulling them up right now. How'd you know that?
Because you don't ask questions, you ain't pulling up, bro.
So for New England this year, looking at the tracker, let me see. It's in alphabetical order. Duh. Okay, so they brought in running back Deshaun Fenwick from Oregon State, cornerback Caleb Ford Dement from Texas State, Zuri Henry, offensive tackle for UTEP, John Trey Hunter, linebacker from Georgia State, John Morgan III, defensive end from Arkansas, Dale Pettis, safety from Troy, Troy Turner, center from LSU, Mikey Victor, cornerback from Alabama State, and Jacob Warren, tight end from Tennessee.
James, I'm going to need some assistance here.
So you got 2 cornerbacks, a running back, a center, a tight end, a tackle, a linebacker, and a safety, and a defensive end. So a little bit of everything.
which is exactly what we need. A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
Team is terrible.
Defense
is good.
Saints, because we know we got Bobby Boucher in here.
Damn it, Bobby.
They took Matt Hayball, punter from Vanderbilt. Noreen Nooli, offensive lineman from Nebraska. Mason Tipton, wide receiver from Yale. Kyle Hergel, interior offensive line from Boston College. Dallin Holker, tight end from Colorado State. Is that the kid that was killing for Colorado State last year?
Yeah.
In the Colorado game, they couldn't stop him. I think it might be, but we'll come back to that. Jermaine Jackson, wide receiver from Idaho. Nathan Latu, defensive end for Oklahoma State. Millard Bradford, DB from TCU. Sincere Hainsworth, center from Tulane. Kyle Sheets, wide receiver from Slippery Rock. And Kyler Boff, defensive tackle from Minnesota. Interesting, my friend.
Undrafted free agents, man. The opportunity still rings for some football players still, man. You know, and maybe you can get a diamond in the rough or two, man, out of the unfree agent pool, man. Undrafted free agent pool. But in all, man, you know, just takes one shot, one opportunity, man. Though it's a business, you know what I'm saying? And some people are here based off what they like. You know, you got a McCaffrey in the NFL. You know, we just spoke about the family picture. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's there. But he's a gifted athlete. You know, let's see what he can do. You know what I'm saying, for the Commanders. But no, man. Hopefully everybody that gets a shot, you know what I'm saying, you know, makes it work.
I think the Saints, that Dallin Holker, tight end from Colorado State, that's a steal. I like that kid's game a lot. Took your team and my team, undrafted free agents. Brevin Spawn Ford, tight end from Minnesota, blocking tight end. Cam Johnson, wide receiver from Northwestern. Brock Mogensen, linebacker from South Dakota. Jason Johnson, linebacker from UCF. Solo Turner, DB from Illinois. Denzel Daxon, defensive tackle from Illinois. Byron Vaughns, edge from Baylor. Kid's got a motor. Corey Crooms, wide receiver from Minnesota. And Alec Holler, tight end from UCF.
Great overall, man. You know, brought it back in, you know what I'm saying, to work out. You know, brought receiver to work out. I can't be mad, man. Hey, you did that for practically no money. I guess in the draft, man, in this position of 7 people, you got to pay a little. I mean, some players get paid cash. I don't know. Oh, since we're on here, who gets? I mean, I know a lot of people don't. I know a lot of drafters don't get guarantee money, but you get something. So who gets something and who gets nothing in terms of when you get drafted? Do like first through third rounders get something, and then 4th through 7th kind of just like get drafted and you got to find your way through the team.
I don't know about. I know the first round they're slotted. I know that for sure. James says Brevin Spawn Ford has incredible talent, size, and athleticism, but has major drop problems and concentration issues. I did see that. I definitely did see that. You're dead on with that, James. That's what they talked about here locally about him. Hell of an athlete, just being consistent, you know, with the drop balls that he has, quite a bit of them.
Fellas, lady. Oh, what's up? Oh man, dog. I heard reports over the weekend on Dion. There was a Dion report this weekend. Dion basically saying that he ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? When his boys get to the league. Right, that's Henry, Shador. We're not saying Shiloh, but I mean, hey, in this world, we just seen the McCaffrey drafted. Maybe we see him drafted maybe in life. I don't know. But
McCaffrey was balling. Shiloh's lunch meat.
We're gonna play this little Dion game. We know Dion's gonna come for another season here at Colorado. We know that he's brought some troops over. You know,
Shot look good to be in the MMA. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Honestly,
that's dope.
Honestly, with Prime, I think in terms of Colorado, he got so much to prove there, and he's just getting started that I think he'll be there for a while. And the next job he'll take, if it's not an NFL job, will be a Florida State gig or a Miami gig or one of them big name jobs in college football. But I don't think he's going to jump ship that quick from Colorado. Colorado is a bigger step on the stepping stones he needs.
Right. And I think there was something that I wanted to report last week, a little funny. We see people get tattoos, predicting championships and things of that nature. But the funniest tattoo I seen last week was Jim Harbaugh getting the 15-0 Michigan tattoo on his arm.
He promised he would do that if they won.
He promised to do it, and he ended up doing it. That's fire too.
No pain though. He just sat there like a psychopath.
He is.
He's nuts, bro. Out of his damn mind.
Tank Dell shot over the weekend, minor wound, in Florida.
Yeah. He's all right though.
He's gonna be ready by the start of training camp.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah, man. But I mean, he's an innocent bystander, so I mean, nothing reports say that he's doing anything that he shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, but I'm more worried about him even being in that situation.
Me too. The way he was at the time, innocent bystander, and people were shooting, drive-by shooting, and things like that nature. That's the only thing I would predict about like your surroundings, in a sense.
Not to mention, I'm sure you can give us a first-hand account of how you just don't want to get involved in Houston.
No.
Correct, Coach?
Wasn't it Florida?
It happened in Florida.
It was in Florida. That's true. But yeah, okay. So then stay the hell out of Florida. Well, he's probably from. Everybody's from Florida in the NFL.
Stay your ass when your team play.
Everybody in the NFL. Everybody in the NFL is either from Florida or Texas, and then everyone else is just sprinkled randomly.
Yeah, he's from Daytona Beach.
Yep. All right, well, stay the fuck out of Florida then. Take your ass to Texas.
And Johnny Manziel, I believe, I'm thinking this is Jose Canseco's daughter.
Oh boy,
he's dating now. Josie Canseco, I'm thinking, but maybe he's not Jose Canseco's daughter. Johnny football, baby. Oh man, well, fellas, man.
Johnny F, baby. Please say the baby.
Well, I was glad I was able to jump on here and catch the end of this, fellas.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I was mashing to get to the house, blowing through red lights. No, I wouldn't.
Did you hear about Did you hear the grades? Some of the grades?
No, I missed it.
All right, well, we can go do your Cowboys right quick, at very least. Oh yeah, it was B minus. I'll also tell you a few of the A pluses that were given out, which is kind of crazy. I want to see if you agree. The Ravens were given the A minus.
The Ravens?
Yeah. Their first pick being Nate Wiggins from Clemson. The Bears got an A, which is hard to mess that up, right? Like,
yeah. For my Bear friends.
But this is the Bears, though. Not for my Bear friends.
Yeah, but they real mouthy.
What are you fucking now. A Disney cat? You a Disney character, my Bear friends?
They real mouthy right now. You know who you are. All them text messages, talking noise, sentiment stuff.
What they saying things like, we already got a better quarterback than y'all.
Yep,
it's true.
Yep. They do. But you know what? You gotta be pretty shitty to get that pick. You know.
Yeah. Actually, fun fact. No, they didn't. That's Carolina's pick. Carolina had to be shitty. But no, you're right. They got a nice pick. They were still shitty enough to get the 9. So.
But you know what's funny about it though? Y'all still your third place team in your division. I ain't like them out.
Yeah.
I'd still take Detroit and Green Bay over Chicago.
Yeah.
Hey yo, man. Listen, Chicago about to pop off this year, baby.
Oh, this year. Hold on. What are you in territory? This is the year.
Listen. All right. So I don't know. I mean, I know Caleb Williams was a center of attention a little bit for the draft, for his appearance in a sense. Now I can give two hells about what his appearance is. He's one person, I'm another. But I was able, you got to hear a little bit of Caleb this weekend. I was on the podium after he was drafted. Festive on the carpet. But what was interesting was they interviewed his mom and they asked his mom about his nails. She says when he was younger, she's a manicurist, so she does that type of thing. She would do his nails clear. She says this, and this is kind of what got me into. She says, she said after that, like he was young, I stopped doing his nails. So I don't do his nails currently. I don't do his nails anymore. So I'm thinking of the case of, is this, and I know a lot of people paint their nails now in emotional states and all that stuff, little Uzi Verts and all them. I have my own reason why people do their nails. But like I said, has nothing to do with me. Still have questions about Caleb?
That wasn't a story. That was fucking nails. I don't give a shit about nails. Can he play football? That's all I care about. Can he play football?
No, absolutely. This is what I'm saying. If it was in fact that he was, you know what I'm saying? If he's just a different person than we think he is.
Because he does his nails.
Would his game overpower what he is?
So but he's not.
No, we don't know. I'm gonna say of in this world, we don't know, and it's none of our business to know.
So then why are we having the conversation?
No, because it was interesting because everybody's been talking about and his mom was interviewed in regards to his nails. His mom was interviewed in regards to doing his nails, and she spoke on, I used to do them. I mean, a lot of young boys as kids probably used to get their nails cleared.
It's also culturally, we're not understanding that this is one of your old man takes. You're not realizing that's just what kids are doing right now.
No, I mentioned I said a lot of people now
kids are just doing that.
Emotional state, saying this to the world more reason why you get your nails painted according to us. We grew up, you didn't paint your nails. That just wasn't the norm. But it was just funny, the interesting take that Caleb Williams, the draft this weekend, there was a lot of people interviewed in regards to stuff. You got Keon Coleman from Florida State.
He was fun, man. I can't wait to see the rest of his career. He looks like a guy that I would definitely want to be in a locker room chilling with. And he just seems like a whole bunch of he gives me Wilkins vibe. Wilkins from Dolphins. Those are the vibes I got from Keon. Yo, that one press conference, I completely did a 180 on this player. I was like, yo, he's Calvin Benjamin. He's gonna suck. But now I feel like, yo, with that type of energy, I feel like he's gonna work. I think he's gonna be better than that. I think it's a great pick for him.
I was trying to amp the young man up, man, screaming his name, saying that team should take him. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, shout out to my man Jerm that actually was the reason why I was screaming his name. Got me into him as the season was going in college football, and interesting to see what he is with his new team, man, Buffalo Bills.
Okay, I like that. I see how this became. So the Carl Nassib carries himself the way Carl Nassib carries himself works in the NFL. If Caleb was, I don't think it'll work because people already don't like the personality. So he's basically saying if Caleb was what you were possibly not insinuating, but like if it was the case, then yeah, I don't think he'll have a good time because people don't like him already. But I do think that's one way to get people to like you, though, but just not the crowd that's watching him. He'll get a whole bunch of allies. It just won't be. And honestly, that's a marketing fucking dynamo, though. He'll bring a whole new group of fans to the sport.
And the NFL's already in the tune of ratings and getting all those new people to watch over all these other sports. And I mean, obviously, when you do this type of stuff, you want to bring more ratings, you want to bring more people to your sport. But
I think the more likely situation with him is, I think it's less what we were talking about. I think it's less Michael Sam and it's more A-Rod. Remember how A-Rod had like a fucking painting of himself over his bed?
Yeah.
That's what I think he is.
That's the vibes I get.
That's what
really into himself.
Caleb Williams loves Caleb Williams.
He loves himself. You one thing you see him all his interviews, all that he loves himself. And then the cameras and everything's on you. You're like,
he gets out the shower and spends 10 minutes naked in front of a mirror by himself. Just like he loves Caleb Williams. The dude's a weirdo. But I think he's great though.
So a couple of things that I had read about earlier, they perceived as Caleb Williams red flags and how they explained it. The perceived character issues. I had mentioned earlier that a scout compared Williams to the music artist Prince, but not in a positive way. The quote was, "I hated it," and this is talking about him crying after the USC loss. And he says, "I hated it. I hated it. He would scare the shit out of me if I was working for a team. Raw emotion is great, but Caleb's thing, that was ridiculous to me. That threw up major red flags. You just lost the game in the middle of your effing season. And it was like your third loss in Pac-12 and you went hugging on mommy and crying in mommy's arms. It just seems really freaking weak and nuts. I will tell you, he scares the shit out of a lot of NFL teams too. The book on him is he's just kind of a weird kid. One GM told me it was like he was Prince played quarterback. Look, I do not know him from Adam. I do not know him. But to me, that looked weak as shit. Really fragile.
Shit. So I didn't bring up the weak part with him and his mother. Well, whatever. That is what it is. If you're emotional, it's neither here nor there. But like I said, I just feel like he's not real. He seems like yo, remember when that chick on the plane flipped out? That motherfucker. That's how I feel about Caleb Williams. I just don't feel like that's a real person. I feel like he's an android. Like he's been put in a test tube and bred for this moment his entire life.
Right.
But he bought into it. Like, it's like the kid that they say is going to be the Messiah, but he believes it. like he believes that shit. So I don't know, man. That dude.
He's in his dream right now, and week 1 will be the reality check for him. I think because I mean, not only week 1, because obviously week 1 you can't overreact on that shit, but this NFL career is gonna be an eye opener, man. Is he gonna be the guy that ends up? I don't think he's gonna be the best QB all time, but at this point right now, you can't be the worst QB all the time. I don't even think you can have a mediocre career if you're this guy. I think your career has to be at least talked about while you're in the NFL still.
You gotta be a Pro Bowler.
If he's not, the Bears, it'll never happen.
This is their last hope. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
They've got nothing else. I can see it. Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler makes sense.
He's a weird guy too.
I don't like it, but he also had diabetes the whole time and didn't know. So like,
right.
So yeah, that's gonna make you weird. Maybe fucking Caleb has diabetes. I don't know, but I don't know. Like, can we stop comparing them to? Maybe I'm missing the Prince thing. Prince is one of the GOATs.
Hold on, no.
Prince was that cocky because he backed that shit up in every aspect.
I think honestly, what they think. This is just me saying it. But
is it
Prince,
the metrosexual
his
shit?
Voice, his projection. You hear him talk? His projection. He's like,
it's that borderline feminism, is what it is.
And it makes people uncomfortable. It makes some people uncomfortable. I don't have a problem with it.
Y'all might just be homophobic.
Now, for me, I don't have a problem with it.
It is flamboyant. Yeah, he's flamboyant.
Nah, I just think for me, my big thing for him is it's the Bears, man. I guess because the Bears fans, they talk so much shit. So much shit. I hear it all the time. But a lot of y'all are undercover Cowboy fans because you know just as much about my team as I do. But I do wish you luck because, as we just said here, if you don't get, he's been rated as one of the best quarterback prospects to come out in a long time.
It's
if
basically
it doesn't
like
work.
In the last 20 years, it's basically Luck, Trevor Lawrence, and him.
Yeah.
In terms of the level of prospect.
My man Ray from Scary Movie, dog.
If he snaps so he could be the new Dennis Rodman, he's nowhere near as cool as Rodman, though.
Yeah,
It's
Rodman
like
does it naturally. It's not he tries too hard.
Like Rodman is that. If Caleb, it would be Caleb in a role playing that. Rodman is everything that you saw. He's nuts.
Rodman, everything was on Front Street.
Yeah, you knew he was a goddamn mess, and there was no secrets about it. This guy, I don't know. You know, like I said, the best way I can describe it, he seems like Russell Williams 2.0. They got the model, and they've improved upon it for their Android programming. This dude's not a human. I hope he does good though. I don't wish nothing but success for the kid. Plus,
Dennis became that over time because we just knew of Dennis's like behavior. Then the behavior spiked up into him being in the clubs with all these different people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then over celeb when he was almost done with his career when he went to LA. Now he went to LA. Now it was over. It was an overturn.
I think everything before Chicago was like he's a little weird, but he's a great athlete. Once he got to Chicago and started, that's when the hair and the fucking. Then he was always in Vegas nonstop.
Well, Hollywood Hogan, what you gonna do, brother?
Yeah, I mean, the dude.
My man played. Hold on, my man was at a wrestling event, a Bulls game.
But not just that, he was in NWO. On the Bulls, which were basically the Beatles, and then he married some of the baddest women of their time. Wasn't he Carmen Electra?
Yep.
That dude lived like 4 amazing lives.
Jack said he smelled like dirty bath water.
That makes sense. Oh yeah, because he was saying that he would just go out.
Display by member of the New World Order. As far as I'm concerned, what a.
They would say after games he wouldn't shower. He would just go back, change, go out musty,
and pull the baddest baddies in the club.
Everyone.
Shaq said he must as hell. He pulled the baddest women in the club.
Carmen Electra, Pam Anderson. There was rumors from. Yo, he bust out Sarah Palin. I need that scoop. I don't even like TMZ stories like that, but that's a gem right there. That's crazy.
Hey man, maybe we like Caleb after all.
But yeah, man, I don't know. Like I said, I wish best for the man, Caleb, but he gives me weird vibes. Weird energy.
So I wanted to talk about Caleb a little bit, not always in that light, but overall just the play in him because to me, I feel like the draft. Shout out to everybody in the NFL this weekend because I feel like I just didn't hear about one certain person. As we do in drafts, usually we hear about one certain person. I feel like it was around overall this, between the rounds, other rounds, saying controversies, things of that nature. So
you're 100%. You're 100% right. And until you just said it, I didn't even realize why. And the reason is usually usually the whole big hype is the first quarterback off the board. But we have known that was going to be the pick for so long. It wasn't really a story on draft day. It was like, all right, they picked him. Moving the fuck on because we knew that was going to happen. And then usually the next stories would be the surprises. We had one with the Falcons.
Yep.
And then after that is usually which quarterback is sitting in that green room for too long. And that didn't happen. All the top 6 were gone by the 12th pick. So we didn't get none of that overly quarterback-centric storylines in this draft, which actually made the draft better. We just got a bunch of everybody. The real story was where the receivers were going to go, honestly. That's what kind of that became. And then where the best edge and tackles were going to go. But yeah, that's a good point, too.
Bo Nix,
really a thing.
He didn't get drafted?
Yeah, Bo went to the Broncos, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, pick 12.
They moved up and got him at 12. Yeah.
Cam Newton says that Bo Nix may be the best QB in this draft.
Coach, that would have been the fucking story of the draft if Bo didn't get drafted at all. That's all we would have been talking about.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah. By the way, they broke, like I talked about it earlier, Coach. They broke a record for the most picks between quarterbacks being picked. So 6 went in the first 12, and then another quarterback didn't get picked for 150 picks.
So they set on top of records.
Until Rattler.
One more note of history.
With the New Orleans, right?
Yep.
One more note of draft history. The Miami Hurricanes, 50 straight years, they've had at least a draft pick in the NFL draft. Shout out to.
Oh, okay. I thought the streak ended. I was about to be like, that's one of the craziest.
I thought the streak ended too when I was first reading it earlier. I said, hold on, no. They said, it's still continuing.
Because low key, that's a stat that I've always kept in the back of my mind because you keep seeing it every year, and every year Miami Gotta love the U.
They've been doing it for a long time, man.
Absolutely. You got anything else you wanted to talk about from this here draft and what we got moving forward?
Just real quick. I was interested in as far as like how the conferences dominated from draft pick standpoint.
Okay.
The MAC had 2, Mountain West had 2, Conference USA had 3, American 5, Sunbelt 6, Independence 8.
This is the setup. This is hilarious. I'm here for the setup.
Big 12 is 31. ACC is 41. Big 10 is 42. Pac-12 is 43, and the SEC led with 59.
Yeah, of course it did. Of course it did.
The SEC reading the frame.
All day.
And the man, hold on. With all these teams moving to conferences next season, the SEC's numbers are going to be probably like 10 times the next number.
I mean, because we scooped 2 of the biggest programs in college football and brought them to the SEC. It's looking slow for you with the conferences, man. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. BC had a draft pick. Shout out to that BC guy.
They did. That's right. Who was it?
The quarterback.
Yeah.
I think he got drafted in like the 4th or 5th round.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, yo, let's go. BC out here.
You know, Bill O'Brien, man, the sky's the limit, man, for the BC Eagles and the ACC, baby. As long as it's a power conference, BC gonna try to make it dance one more time, baby. Hopefully in the next 3 years.
They cannot fucking recruit.
As far as the top
so
5
tough.
by school, Washington, Florida State, and Alabama all had 10 draftees. Texas came in second with 11. Michigan first with 13.
Makes sense. They were national champions, and they also had a lot of I'm sure a lot of seniors, juniors, and seniors. That team was stacked defensively. It's a pretty good offense too. You're not allowed in the college football if you play in the ACC. Is that the rule now? I'm fine
What's
with
that
it.
now?
Oh, the AAC.
Oh, the AAC.
So that's like Connecticut and them, right, James?
Rough.
You know, somebody that got drafted. I'm looking forward to following his career. I'm loyal to my Longhorns. Jordan Whittington. He went to the Rams. So he's a great receiver. He catches the ball great. Gets upfield, gets those yaks, man.
That's what's up. I think
we got him and
it's a good team for developing. Puka Nakua. Puka Nakua. Best name in football.
They never voted him in.
Good.
DC's gonna change that, baby. Bill O'Reilly's gonna change that, baby.
Nope. Although, no. Actually, I'm with you. I'm with you in the belief. Because I forgot Bill went there. Bill O'Brien's there.
We're gonna turn you wrong, baby. We're gonna change that narrative.
He's the head coach there now, right?
Yeah. BC gonna make a college football playoff somehow.
Spring football, baby.
Hey, Took's talking about when they expand the 32 playoff team. That's what he means.
The ACC, baby. You're taking us, baby.
Funny. Man, yeah, so that was the draft, man. We did it.
We did it, brother.
We did it great. It was fun.
We did it.
Now
everybody that hung out with us,
thank you. Stuff. Absolutely.
We'll have insider James Spinoza all through the offseason going into the season here.
Yeah.
We'll have Lewis as well, man. You know, Lewis know something. He coming in here. You know, we'll have Dale. You know, Dale from the South Side. You know, giving us updates on the New Orleans Saints and their football. Of course, you got Jake and Will, man. He's gonna give us everything up to date on the Cowboys. Patriots. Me and Coach on the Cowboys. I'm gonna give you a little bit of everything, man. Shout out to the big man in the studio doing good things, man. Catch him, man. Awesome Dallas Wings segment he has on STWF TV. So go tune out to it, man. And our team, man. If you didn't see the team on draft night, man, it's the evolution, man. And we gave it to y'all, man. Hopefully, you know, we continue to flourish. NBA draft is next. Yes, it is. And hold on. And it's a 2-day this year.
Yeah, but they trying to they think they're gonna pull off this NFL move, and they don't realize like only the first 5 picks of your draft matter. NBA hasn't figured that out yet. But
well, if Bronny ends up going to Duquesne and ends up being a draft player, and it ain't drafting the second night, this may be exciting.
James, worse than the Michael Carter Williams draft class? No way.
I mean, no. I'm hearing that this may be one of the worst.
No, it's gonna be. It's one of the worst, but like worse than.
I heard the number one draft pick might be traded. They might trade the number one draft pick too.
He said yes, worse than the Michael Carter Williams year. No, how? We already know some of the guys that are gonna come out.
It's crazy that Michael Carter Williams definitely, man. I was talking to somebody about him the other day, a couple mass products, and it's like rookie of the year, rookie of the year, yeah, man. But we used to talk about seasons that he played. He's still like in the G League and stuff like that, but it's going on like 14, 15 years in the league. So
yeah, he's been around though.
And then that go into the thing where people like, oh, back to the Kwame Brown type of. We'll have this discussion a little bit on Wednesday, like busts, bums, all this and that. But damn, it's like. How you prestige in a 15-year career in a league with 400 players?
Hey, the bench needs guys. So always space.
Yeah, man. From parlay perspective on Wednesday, y'all gonna tune into that. Chop up tomorrow night. We bring something fire for the chop up every single time. Bring yourself, your guests. It's gonna be interesting weekend at STWF.
Don't be hating on Reed, bro.
Listen here, Reed Shepard might go top 3.
But there's a couple. I think they're saying this week because I don't think they're giving enough love to the couple of guys coming from overseas. You guys, Alexander Sarr, I think he's coming this year. Who else? Well, I don't know how good Booba Carmel is going to be. There's a few. I don't know. There's a few guys. Was it Topic? Isn't Topic coming this year?
Hold on, we're only about a month. We're only about almost less than 2 months away from the man. Hold on.
Isn't Luka Topic coming this year? And then who else? There's a few guys, man. Reed Shepard. I feel like that top 5 list is all going to be just college guys, and no one's considering the overseas dudes.
All right, so we have the early. We'll give you an early parlay perspective topic, which is the draft board. We'll go through the first round of the draft board last segment on Wednesday night, but we'll give you the top 5 right now since we're here speaking on it. Nicola Topic. Coming in at number 1, you got Alexander Sarr, as Will mentioned, right. Number 2 projected pick. Zachariah, Richard Shaw. Also, they're both from France, I believe these two are. Reed Shepard is number 4, and Rob Dillingham, number 5. So John Calipari, though he transferred from Kentucky, will still have Kentucky guys going into the league.
Also, there's gonna be like Stephen Castles. He can ball. He just won a championship. 6'6" guard. Donovan Clingan also just won a championship. 7'2" center. Matas Buzelis, Cody Williams, Dalton Connect, Ron Hall. I don't know. There's some guy. I'm not saying Kyle Filipowski is going to be all right. Isaiah Collier. I don't know. I think there's going to be some guys who can. They're not going to be stars. Let's talk about star power. Yeah, this is weak.
That was just 5 I gave you. I didn't give you the rumored board. That rumor board was probably like 3 weeks ago, but Menard's going to change. Combine's going to make a change. For a draft that doesn't have a Fairfield number 1, it'll be interesting to see who gets drafted where, and which one surprises. You Zach Edey. Say you got a couple Connecticut guys, on the draft board. So it's definitely going to be a great turnabout. And NBA draft, we just announced tonight, man.
Sounds like a Contavious Caldwell Popes.
Hey, man, hold on. Now, is the Contavious Caldwell Pope what's that called?
Bro, it don't matter. If any
Caldwell Pope after the bracelet.
It don't matter. If any of these motherfuckers is Caldwell Pope, it's a loss. Like, that's not what you want.
Caldwell Pope, my guy, dog. My man's playing on the ankle bracelet in the league, dog.
Wild.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be some decent guys that come out of this draft.
2-time NBA champion.
Gonna surprise some people.
Definitely, man.
Reed Shepard shouldn't be a top 5 though. Reed Shepard, top 3.
Hold on. Weird. You gonna wear a shirt on draft night that says Reed Shepard shouldn't be top 5?
No, I'm saying he shouldn't be. Yeah, I have no problem with that. Fuck Reed Shepard. I like him, but I don't give a shit.
Real shit. Shout outs, fellas.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who came through. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to Coach for making it here. Shout out to everybody who joined us for the draft. We appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe. And Coach will do the names. Shout out to you fellas, man.
Shout out to everybody tuning in tonight, man. Lovely Monday night. Coming in with the crew. You know, after a cool weekend, we back at it. You know what I'm saying? The job ain't finished yet, everybody. Just getting started.
And shout out to, I came in late on the names, but I got a few of them here. Shout out to Bobby, Daryl, Anthony. I saw one in here that I hadn't seen before. Lewis. And Eric.
Shout out to
Appreciate
Eric.
y'all hanging out with us today, man. Appreciate you brothers holding it down, handling the business today. I apologize for my tardiness, but the JOB call. So, but you know how it is, man. A lot of fun. Look forward to hanging out with y'all tomorrow. I'll be late, but I'll be here.
Oh, man. Oh, Coach, we're gonna have to go on the 7 with bracket fights in our lives, man. We have to maneuver.
I may not even bracket fight. He's 6'3", Austin Reeves. Yeah, I think he's a better shooter, but yeah, probably.
All right, man. 2, take us out, brother.
Yo, man, I don't even think I can use Sammy Sosa this week, man. After the Red Sox did the Cubs dirty, the Cubs needed the court back. But we still gonna do it anyway, baby. We out of here, Sammy Sosa.
Big Bobby.
Find this podcast and others on STWF TV, the podcasting network, wherever you get podcasts.